The Sonny Boys for November 2025, pick 3 and pick 4 lottery predictions for the Illinois lottery only. Again, this sheet is for the Illinois lottery only. So make sure you guys are subscribed or following the channel and hitting the notifications so you're alerted when we review videos, lottery, scratch offs, all this lottery related stuff on this channel. All right, so you can see the Illinois lottery, pick 3, November 2025. Only a couple months left in this year. So based on everything that's going on in the world at the time of this video for November 2025, it's a good chance to try to make some money to pay for whatever you need, groceries or whatever, with Thanksgiving and everything coming up. So looking right here, we had 301. I see 303, 731 that we can all play together into sequence. Remember, some money is better than no money. Of course, none of these numbers are 100% guaranteed. Entertainment purposes only, and make sure you're only playing what you can afford to lose. All right, so then again, looking at this, as we know in Illinois that a lot of these numbers fall pretty frequently, like 1, 2, 3. I see that 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. It falls plenty times a year, at least in Illinois it does. So at 1, 2, 3, I would try to pair it with that 7, 3, 1. Then we got 902. Then we get that 220 at the front. So of course, we know in Illinois we have a fireball. You never know what may come. Sometimes the fireball will give you that extra number. So if it comes 731 and the number 7301 come again, guess what? You hit it twice. But remember, the fireball doesn't pay as much as the original straight box amount. So put that right there, display right there on the screen. You should be able to see what Illinois pays based on how you the box and straight and all that good stuff. All right, as we go down to pick 4, same thing. 4 digits a little harder to hit than the 3-digit lottery, of course, because it's more numbers. So right, looking at this, I see that 85, 89. I see that 6789, that 5594. You play that with the 9463. With the 4-digit, you definitely got to rotate different numbers, flip those 6s and 9s just to make sure that if a 6 falls, then at least you have the 9 to kind of back it up in case it comes another number or a fireball draws a 6 or a 9. Guess what? You still have a possibility of hitting. So looking again at 31353, and then you can play with this 2213 just in case right there. So let me know in the comments, guys, if this Sonny Boys really works for you. I haven't seen too many Illinois only sheets besides this one. I think maybe some dream books or something like that. But I caught a lot of box numbers off this. I rarely hit straight on this, but like I said, some money is better than no money. All right, so now as we open this up, zoom out a little bit. All right, so as we can see, we have the full view here. We have the midday Illinois lottery in 3-digit on the left, and then we have the 4-digit midday and evening lottery on the right. So of course, you guys catching this video on time, the 1st of November is on Saturday. So you should have been playing 381 right here, 381, and then for evening 865. Of course, the asterisk means our repeaters, mean these numbers are they constantly drop per year or just constantly falls, period. So those are numbers you should definitely be looking out for. Again, none of these numbers are guaranteed, and we know with the Illinois lottery, sometimes the number becomes the day before or the day after, or it may even fail the previous month. So I would definitely look up the past results and see what has failed, so you're not playing the same number for something that has already failed in the Illinois lottery. All right, so as we go down, so if you're catching this on November 2nd, 196 you should be playing for midday, and then 824 for the evening. All right, so we go down, go to the ones with the asterisk. So on the 5th, you should be playing the 555s, which I see fall pretty often, as well as the 6s. Let's see, on November 4th for evening, 365 falls a lot. Skip down to the 9th, you got 228. And on November 8th for evening, you're playing 075. All right, just try to scroll so you guys can see all the months. Remember, November only has 30 days. So you guys should be able to see all the numbers here. So at the end of the month, November 30th, you should be playing 037 and 268 as triple stars. So that means definitely play 268 probably throughout the month. See, the 25th is 998 for evening with the double stars. Also on the 19th, you got 312. Like I said in the beginning of the video, these 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, all these numbers fall pretty frequently throughout the year. They're common numbers. And this is the 3-digit again over here. All right, so we go over here to the 4-digit side. As you can see, Illinois lottery for pick 4, midday on the left, evening on the right. If you guys can't see it, you can always pause the video, zoom in on your phone, try to get it clear as possible for you guys with the light and everything, because different things. So, all right, so we're looking at November 1st for pick 4. You should have been playing 1420 and 2229. Of course, for November 2nd at 2466 and then 6065. Of course, play it with a fireball to increase your odds. That's an extra $1. So just being reminded, it's not free. So somebody was like, what if none of these numbers fall, but they fall another day? Well, I can't control when they fall, but if you play something, say November 1st, and it may fall on evening on the 4th, and you say, that's why you got to look up the numbers to see if they're a different way. So you see for November 1st, midday 1420, and you see 4610, which is missing one number. So you can rotate to another day, but then that's why I say if you have the money to rotate and figure something still haven't dropped and you want to play whatever's for the date, then rotate to something else, then be my guest. Do so. Just like I said, make sure you're playing responsibly. So we go down again. You see down the 8th, you got for evening 0928 right there. Then we come down again. These are the rest of the numbers. Looking at November 9th for midday, 1935 to be playing there. And then for the 9th, it's no asterisk, but that doesn't mean you can't play it. Just because it doesn't have an asterisk doesn't mean it's not going to fall. These are just letting you know these are the repeaters as it stayed up top that constantly drop. Go down to the 13th, you got 8780 for midday, because I know people that only play midday, and I know people that play both, and some only play evening because they don't have time to play midday during the day. So definitely, check this out and see 18th of November, 4141. To play that straight box. It's also called a pair because it's two sets of the same numbers. That pays a little more. And right here on the 18th for evening, 5520. We come down to the 21st. You see 21st, 0494. And these are the rest of the numbers for you guys just to review. And here is the most numbers have dropped in Illinois ever since 1980. So take a look at this, and whichever number's the highest, then you can kind of like figure out which numbers to keep playing in the Illinois lottery. And as you see from the numbers, these numbers drop. All right, and here's the horoscope section. So all you do in this section here, just figure out what your horoscope number is and just play it throughout the month. And hopefully you guys can catch something to win in the Illinois lottery. Again, guys, check out the links below. Subscribe. Check out our other channels. Appreciate everybody helping the channel grow. Catch you on the next lottery tips and strategy video.